Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Everybody got a cup of coffee and a bite to eat or whatever you need? Thank you all very much for coming out so early in the morning and starting your day off with all of us here. I hope that you find as you leave here in an hour that you will feel uplifted and certainly inspired by all that's going on here in the Allegheny Highlands. With Vision 2025 and other community efforts that have been going on in front of and behind the scenes for the last few years now. For those of you that don't know, my name is Martha Atherholt, and I'm a business owner here in the Allegheny Highlands, as well as a community volunteer. One of the things that I'm most passionate about is community development, not just on the business side, where I tend to dwell on a day-to-day basis, but as a whole, with economic development, with tourism, things like that are very important to future prosperity in our community. As I volunteer, because of that Vision 2025 is a big part of where I spend my free time and where I choose to volunteer outside of running my business here in the Highlands. Just to give you all a quick overview, the Vision 2025 program was the result of a series of community sessions that were held here in the Allegheny Highlands beginning back in 2013. These sessions were attended by county and school leaders, as well as members of the business community and, quite frankly, interested citizens looking to get involved in the future of their community. Facilitated by John Rhodes, these meetings were held in an effort to help all of us better understand the principles of economic development, the historical trends in our area, and ultimately the future trends that we might see in the Highlands. The result of these was that the community realized there was no one thing that by itself would help change the course or reverse the trends that we've been seeing in our area. For instance, job loss or population decline, things like that. And ultimately, it has helped us focus on the assets with which to build to help us move forward and to thrive as a community in the 21st century. Forgive all my notes. I've been coming up with all different things to be sure I jot down and tell you guys as we go forward. As Vision 2025 began to take shape, beginning back in 2013, it was decided that this program would initially be based on 5 initiatives. Each of these would be supported by an action team and a coordinator for that team, as well as vision, strategy, and schedule of how to get started and how to progress. Over time, as these developed, it was thought that other initiatives would be added on an as-needed basis. The first of these 5 groups, and the 5 that we'll be focusing on today, are real estate, utilities, and developing marketing to expand our industry base here in Allegheny Highlands. The Allegheny Highlands Web Store, the e-store, and small business support. Corridor curb appeal, gateway and Main Street appearance enhancement. Community landscaping and destination gardens, and the Allegheny Highlands Industrial Heritage and Discovery Center. By March of 2014, these 5 initiatives had been adopted, and the community-based effort began with the goal of moving towards revitalization of our area by 2025. And here we are today, just 2 short years later, gathering with the goal of celebrating the success, acknowledging the challenges, and ultimately highlighting ways that we and others around us can get more involved. The representatives from each of the groups that will be speaking with you today have been encouraged to keep 5 or 10 minute time limit to their speaking, such that we have time to get through all 5 groups, and ultimately everybody can gather and hopefully see the industrial site's location next door. So again, if you have questions for any of the speakers, they will be made available after this so that you can speak with them on a one-on-one basis and have any questions answered. Before we hear from our first presenter, I would like to take a minute to recognize some of the pivotal players that have helped make Vision 2025 a reality. The Allegheny Highlands Chamber of Commerce, the Allegheny Highlands Economic Development Corporation, Dabney S. Lancaster Community College, and the Allegheny Foundation. And they have all worked in partnership to bring this program to fruition. Those efforts, along with more notes, along with our volunteers, are what have made this program a success so far. In addition, we can attribute the success of this in these past few years to the fantastic leadership in our community. We welcome newcomers like Richard Douglas, new city manager for Covington, John Lanford, who has taken over as Allegheny County manager. With the school systems, Melinda Sneed-Johnson with Covington Schools, and Jean Katolka with Allegheny Schools, coming in as new members of the community and getting involved to make us prosper in the future. It is leaders like this that have helped to facilitate the growth that we have had in our area. If you think back to just this 1 year alone, we've had the reopening of the Masonic Theater, renovations to our area hospitals, we've had a drone event come to our area, 1,500 visitors that had never been here before, with the common goal of enjoying droning and all that that encompasses in our beautiful area here in the Highlands. This is what a successful community is made of. These leaders and these engaged citizens, volunteers. Vision 2025 helps to encourage the continued growth of this community that we have all had part of developing in whatever capacity we are. We look forward to sharing some of that progress with you today with our individual speakers. Now let me gladly pass the mic to Mary Dawn from the Allegheny Foundation. She'll guide you through the rest of the program, and I look forward to seeing all of you guys out there volunteering with us to help our community prosper and grow in the next decade.